Hello. It's my birthday today. I wanted to do a little, get that hair in my face. I wanted to do a little birthday message. I feel so called to pull some cards and see what comes up. I pulled some cards for myself this morning and the energy was so strong, so relevant to what I'm feeling right now and what I needed to hear today. So yeah, hopefully the same will happen to you, and whatever messages come through will be resonant and inspiring or uplifting or comforting or something like that. So let's start with, which oracle deck am I going to use today? Okay, we're going to start with the Kuan Yin oracle deck, my absolute favorite. So I'll just invite you to take a big inhale and a big exhale, releasing all the tension, relaxing the shoulders, maybe closing the eyes just a little bit and focusing on that space between the eyebrows. Breathing in, holding, and breathing out. Get grounded in yourself, in your body. Get rooted. Gently place your mind on your intention. Feel it in your heart. One last big inhale. And a nice big exhale. Okay, let's begin. So, tapping into the energy. I'm hearing somebody's name, Brenda. Brenda. And then also Bradley. Okay, we have Blue Mother, Yellow Mountain, Gibbous Moon. Beautiful. So the sun is rising. The sun is rising in the distance. Dawn is approaching. This is a new beginning. You can see a new beginning ahead of you. You can see that you are, in fact, on the right path. And this is, you're receiving signs also, or you will be receiving signs that are going to help you to know that you're on the right track. You've been following the path one step at a time, one clue at a time, keeping yourself focused, keeping yourself grounded, staying in the emotional flow. And now you can finally see ahead. This is giving like a Three of Wands energy to me, where she's standing on like a high peak of some kind and has a look to her landscape, to her vista. She can see. And just like how the ships are coming in, she can see this sunlight dawning on the farthest mountains. And the thing about a sunrise is, like it eventually comes to you. And yeah, I could read this potentially as a sunset, but I feel it as a dawn energy. If you're feeling more like you're transitioning out of a phase, it's the same thing really, because any new beginning is an ending. So really this is about transition. This is about one stage of your life ending and another stage beginning. And in any case, the sun is shifting over the horizon and you're seeing the landscape change in front of you. Gibbous moon is less than full, but more than half, if that makes sense. So it's like between 50 and 100% of a moon, of the visible moon. And that is a period in the moon cycle for growth, for momentum, for crescendoing energy, for building upon that, building upon your intentions, building upon, like, really gaining momentum. I'm also seeing the Eight of Wands card from the tarot in my mind, of swift action and movement. So yeah, there's three symbols here. There's the gibbous moon, of that crescendoing energy. There's the yellow mountain, which is the vision of the dawning future, of like what's to come, and of hope and of renewal. And then there's the blue mother, who is the woman on the ox, or the yak. I think that's a yak. Or maybe it's an ox. Anyway, blue mother makes me think of the Virgin Mary, just from my own like Christianized background. That's what I think of, especially because we just had Easter, and that was somewhat of a profound holiday for me. It just felt spiritually really powerful. But the blue cloak, the blue mother, is like it's an energy of healing and safety and compassion and purity of spirit, purity of heart, purity of intention. There's also, what I'm really feeling with this though, is that for those tuning into this message today, we are being watched over and protected. We're being guided, especially by a motherly goddess-like energy, like a feminine energy. This is the Kuan Yin Oracle deck, so the energy that comes through is always very much about the goddess. But I'm really feeling that blue, it's blue in witchcraft and Western witchcraft, or like European, UK witchcraft, at least. Blue clothing is protective. Look at me, I'm wearing blue clothing today. So there's a sense of protection coming through really strong with this. Now underlying we have Wild Red Rider, Blessing Bestowed. I don't know if you can see that, hopefully. Such a beautiful card, these cards. Okay, so I'm really feeling energy strongly of summertime, spring. The animals are all out and alive. The sun is shining. There's clouds in the sky. I can feel some movement here as well. Like there's wind, there's heat, there's play, there's flowers. Things are calm and lush. So this reading 100% is telling us that everything is going to be okay, that everything is coming to us, that we are now able to see the future, to see what it is that we're coming into, what kind of blessings are coming towards us, and what blessings we're going towards as well, because it's a two-way street, right? There's like a giving and a taking in this universe. Everything that we want comes to us, but we also go to it. Like we have to extend our energy and believe that we are walking that way, and believe in ourselves that we A, deserve it, B, are actually going there. And then those things come to us. It's like that Fergie song or whatever. Isn't there like a Black Eyed Peas song or something that's like, meet me halfway, right at the borderline where we're gonna stay. Looking out. I don't remember the words, but anyway, you know what I'm talking about. So that's kind of the energy. There's like, I guess there is kind of like a crossing happening. Yesterday I was in the park, the woods, the park, my local park, and I realized that I was sitting at a crossroads, which is always like not the greatest place to do like, intention setting and stuff, just because, there are certain energies that linger at crossroads, but they are really powerful, potent spaces for, especially if we are moving through transition or experiencing change, and we want the help of, especially if we want the help of certain deities and energies that are crossroads beings, meaning that they exist in the liminal realm and they rule the liminal, they rule the space of multiple realms together. I'm just tapping into this energy right now. I also, later that day, I had a meditation and connected really strongly with the energy of Persephone, who has been significant in my life for quite some time, but it came through really, really strongly last night. And so I'm holding that within me as well. This energy of the goddess of both the living and the dead, of both the upper and the below, or the upper and the under realm or underworlds, the day and the night, summer and winter. She is the ruler of both realms, and she travels between them. And so we are being asked to do that in our own way, to ourselves, for ourselves rather. To allow ourselves to travel into our own shadow, receive what knowledge and insight we can find there, and become empowered through that process of delving into the deep. Because by facing our fears and our shadows, like with compassion and with acceptance, we can dissolve fear and we can emerge more empowered and more capable of holding joy in our hearts and our bodies. The more that we're able to allow space and experience our shadow, space for and experience our shadow, the more we can experience the light and the joy and the ecstasy of the sunshine, of the lighter aspects of our life and of ourselves, really. I think what Persephone is saying, and also what I'm seeing with this card here, having both shadow and light visible in the card, is that we are beings of both worlds. And especially in a moment in the year such as this one, where we're in the springtime, but this relates at any point in the year, obviously. But at this point in the year, when we're in this transition period between winter and summer, between cold and warm, we are embodying in ourselves, we're embodying both of those energies. And we're not necessarily shunning the dark. We're not saying goodbye to it. It's that this season holds in itself the wisdom of both realms, the wisdom of shadow and light, the wisdom of cold and warm, the wisdom of opposites together at the same time, simultaneously. And there's a complexity to that, a beautiful confusion that we can really explore and allow and become enriched by if we allow it. So if you're feeling really, really stressed about presenting yourself in a specific way, or perfecting something right now, perfecting a project or a launch, or like an idea or a version of yourself, the message that I'm getting right now is not necessarily to push that, but to keep the momentum going by doing your daily tasks, by doing your daily things, but bolster yourself through as much self-care as you can. I'm just sneaking in that message because it's Taurus season right now, and as a Taurus myself, as it's my bday, I think that everybody needs to be reminded of that as often as possible. Like, seriously guys, like, please take time to nurture and spoil yourself, because, well, I don't need to even add a because. That's the point. You just deserve it. So that's not. But anyway, oh crap, I forgot what I was saying. Let's see if it comes back to me. Right. Yes. So we're in this like springtime transition or confusion season. So if we allow ourselves to feel all of those, feel all of the complexity, to feel our shadow, just as much as we feel our excitement and joy and light, if we feel our grief just as much as we feel our anticipation for the future and for the new things coming, if we allow ourselves to be baby and grown up and blustery and windy and calm and sad and joyous, then we will move through this season more connected, both to ourselves and to the world, and also more ready to invite in the blessings that will be coming in the summertime. And our energy will be primed to really unfold, like to really burst into action or to burst into visibility. Like there will be an increase of energy that's coming towards June or through June, I'm really feeling. And so this message right now is to allow yourself to be in this kind of like this middle ground, this middle way of presence, and like I said, holding both the light and the dark within ourselves and acknowledging it in the world and accepting it in the world, and really enjoying that as much as possible. I'm really feeling right now this energy that's kind of coming like this. Let me see if I can show you an angle. Hopefully you can hear me. So it's like coming like this and then coming inside me and going down. Like it's like it's like wings, and then it comes in and goes in. So it's this energy of this idea of bringing your own energy back to yourself, like even doing this with your hands and bringing your energy and like flowing it down, like scooping it in and then pressing it down. It's like a physical way to shift your energy and to bring your energy back to yourself. This is actually sort of like a Tai Chi move. Let me see if I can show you what I'm doing here. So it's like I'm bringing it towards me and then I'm pushing it down like this, and then out, and then in, down. So I don't know why I felt called to share that with you, but that's like something that I was seeing and feeling in myself. And I think that's a practice that we're being invited into doing right now for the next little while, because it's going to help us to stay grounded, really, and to stay within ourselves as we transition into a new period in our lives. And there can be a lot of like sparkling, sizzling energy and ideas, lots of creativity that wants to burst forth. If you think of like the energy of children or of like little, baby animals and stuff, and they can be really silly and really like crazy and stuff. There's a lot of energy, but then they have to go nap, and then they really nap, and then they like wake up and they're crazy again. And that's kind of that springtime, like we'll have these bursts and then we have these rests and these bursts and these rests, and it's not the same as the sort of sustained, heavy, warm, hot, and here in Ontario, wet kind of energy of the summertime, or humid, I should say. Wet's a little weird. This like humid, heavy slowness of summer, that's going to be coming later. But at this point, our message right now is to enjoy the activity, the changeability, the relationship between light and shadow. So there is that movement there too, in that liminal space, in that in that energy of liminality, right? Of that in-betweenness. If you think of, I'm seeing like when we have like a film of, let's say like there's a camera set on a landscape, and then we're watching as the sun is like setting and rising, but in like fast motion. So it's like light and then dark and then light and then dark and then light and then dark. Like that's what I'm seeing in my mind's eye right now. There's a lot of shift and change happening, and a lot of it is stuff that we can anticipate. Some of it won't be. There's a lot of weather, inside ourselves and outside ourselves. And so the message right now is to stay as grounded as and rooted as possible while we move through this beautiful period of growth and of coming towards our blessings and coming towards closer contact with the full expression of the things that we're building right now. Okay, I'm going to pull uno tarot card and then we will be done. Ooh, okay. That's cool. We got the Emperor. So he's definitely a springtime energy, actually. This card is often associated with Aries season, which we have just left behind, but he does have, so he's got rams on the card there as a symbol. But this is very much a springtime energy. Also, my favorite flowers, the iris, are in this shot, which I love. So he's building, right? He is like the ruler of all the realms. Just like how I was saying that, you know, straddling many realms right now. But he is really building, if anyone is capable of bringing a domain into, no, hold on, I'm getting a different message. Okay, so this is interesting. I'm really feeling a message about protection and about protecting your own energy and protecting what it is that you're building. Underneath everything that I've said in this reading, this is what we're going to be left with. The idea that, or the truth that underlies everything is that our intentions have been rooted. So everything, all the seeds that you have planted are there. Like they have rooted themselves, they're strong, they're healthy, they are rising, they are about to burst forth, right? What you have been building is unshakable. Whether you're aware of that or not, the Emperor is telling us in this reading right now that there is nothing to fear because you've actually grown into this extremely powerful and confident version of yourself that cannot be shaken from the path. And that, oh, this is really, really beautiful. We need to protect the soft parts of ourselves, the soft parts of our creativity, of our businesses, of our art, of the things that we're making, that we're bringing into life, the things that we are nurturing right now that need a little bit more protection as they grow into their full-fledged, like, adult selves, so to speak. It's our job to protect them. It's our job to allow ourselves to protect what it is that we're creating. And that means also standing up for the things that we're creating, for the projects and the belief and the dreams that we're building. We are being encouraged right now to unapologetically own what it is that we want, own our desires, own the space that we're taking up in the world, own the validity of the things that we're building, the power of the things that we're building, the inherent worth of the things that are being nurtured into existence because of our fucking, because of the fact that we're here on planet Earth, like what it is that we personally are creating individually. And knowing that without a doubt, you have the right to create whatever it is that you want. And that the things that you are creating you have full freedom. This is a really interesting message. you are being validated. We're all being validated actually right now to like by some divine energy, because I can really feel this like divine presence that's saying like you the things that you want to create are wanted here. The things that you are creating are worthy of your nourishing and protection, and of your devotion and your commitment, simply because, but not merely, simply because they are of you. And behind that, or underneath that, there has to be an acceptance of the fact that you are worthy, and that you are, that just your existence in the world, just as you are, with not trying to be anything else, not trying to become something that you're not, just whoever you are, and whatever you bring to the table naturally, that comes out of your being naturally, is absolutely worthy. That's the message. Yeah, there was pain around that, I think, because look, we have the Three of Swords under the deck. So, I mean, I understand that there's been like wounds, like psychological and emotional wounds that have formed around that concept, or around the lack of having that feeling of feeling worthy. I think most of us do experience those wounds to some degree or another, and in some way. So the Emperor here is coming in to strengthen our resolve, and to strengthen our confidence, and to give us power as we move into this beautiful growth period. He is the king of the earthly realm, and thus we are in ourselves, in each of us, we are the kings or the rulers of our own earthly existence, of our own earthly realms, and what it is that we bring here, and what we're bringing into life. Okay, that's a beautiful message. I'm going to leave that there. Thank you so much if you listened to the whole thing, and I hope that, I don't know, it resonated. Thank you. See you.